Good evening everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Rameez and I am a filmmaker and a film critic, and do not be alarmed. I have not upgraded. This is just another room in my house. My sister's visiting, so I had to give up her room. Yes, I was shooting my reviews in her room as it's much bigger. So anyway, hope this isn't much of a bother. We are reviewing Bridge of Spies.
Do we need to worry about you?
No. What's the move when you don't know what the game is?
The next mistake our countries make could be the last one.
I regret not watching this film earlier, man, as I absolutely fell in love with Bridge of Spies. The reason I didn't flock to the movie theaters to watch Steven Spielberg's latest movie is because his latest films have been period pieces and they've been really good. They've been exceptional, as a matter of fact, at putting me to sleep. Warhorse was unbelievably corny, and Lincoln had no entertainment factor apart from its amazing performances. This, however, does not fall into that category. How so? For one, the lead actor of this film is Tom Hanks, who has the unbelievable quality of being Tom Hanks, and he gets better and better and better as he gets older, but he also carries over his charm and honesty from his lighthearted films. This is another great performance, but this falls in the category of his lighter films, such as Saving Mr. Banks, Catch Me If You Can, and The Terminal, rather than his amazing gritty work in Captain Phillips, Philadelphia, and The Green Mile. However, it is a mixture of both performances. Another reason why I really appreciated Bridge of Spies is age. I'm getting more and more mature, I'm getting more and more older. I'm 24 years old right now. Spielberg, God knows how old he is. He's a different man now. This is not the same man who made Jaws. This is not the man who made Indiana Jones 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look what happened in 4. 4 was a jumbled mess of ideas and character motivations. He clearly couldn't direct Indy as he was earlier. So with that maturity and age, Spielberg is more interested in darker, more serious material nowadays. The older I grow, the more I enjoy his newer library. This is a real story of an exchange negotiated by an insurance lawyer, which Tom Hanks plays. His name is James B. Donovan. He also has apt knowledge on criminal law. He is assigned to defend a Russian spy named Abel, played by Mark Rylance, who deserves his Oscar nomination. I love how there are no bad guys in this film. You have to remember the real story. James B. Donovan saved 3 people, not 2. 2 American people and 1 Russian person. All the characters are really memorable because of the charm, wit, and humor traits they exhibit, and for the simple fact that they're just a victim of circumstance. It also makes a point of differentiating man from government. What I love about Spielberg's films and his cinematographer is how efficient they are at shooting their films. There are over half a dozen long takes in this film, which you will not notice because the camera is strategically placed to make 6 shots out of 1. I personally don't understand how people are so bowled over and in awe of long shots when Spielberg and Kaminsky have been doing it for ages. I even made a video on how the long take is kind of dying nowadays. You can check out that video right here. Click here. The cinematography also contains obvious visual trademarks that Spielberg is known for, such as a very high-powered light blasting through a window, creating a silhouette on anyone who's standing right in front of him, and a ton of reflection shots. It's worth noting that the Coen brothers did some writing work on this film, and it's very noticeable as to which scenes they wrote. The monologues and the banter between Tom Hanks and some of the supporting characters adds quite the oomph to the script of this film. One of my favorite scenes is when Tom Hanks is going back and forth with an FBI agent. He's just enticing him by talking and talking and talking, and the FBI agent's thinking, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And Tom Hanks goes straight Stone Cold Steve Austin on him when he's smiling, and he goes, "Don't nod at me, you stupid son of a bitch." Like, he changes his expression so quickly. It's such a cool scene, and I was like, whoa. And another point of talking about this film is how this film introduces a major plot point in the beginning of the 3rd act, but it seems to be organically woven in. It doesn't seem to be jarring at all, which is pretty impressive when you think about it. Steven Spielberg is a master director, if you already didn't know, but what I love about his films is how subtly he develops his characters. He always adds another layer of character within his conversations. As an example, when he's talking to his friend who is a judge, who will often hand him stuff and kind of belittle him and talk to him in a downing tone. And it's great to see later on in the film when other characters are giving him more respect. It creates this sub-narrative of country versus country and how people treat each other in different places. It adds a layer of character without bringing our main character into the foreground. It is an absolutely fantastic thing Steven Spielberg does, and it's in all of his films. Watch Indiana Jones 4 and the 50s cafe scene, very similar. I love this film and I hate the fact that I didn't catch this earlier. 5 out of 5 for Bridge of Spies. This is a masterpiece done by the master himself. Go see Bridge of Spies as soon as you can, whenever it comes out on DVD. It is an absolute fantastic film and it's worth your time. For the people who have seen Bridge of Spies, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, please. And remember to love yourselves, people.